5 tram lines for 6 starters. And the women's normal hill mass start 5-kilometer cross-country race is underway here at Mount Van Hoevenberg, with the Pole Joanna Kill taking an early lead.
Quick to take the lead right now. Again, she is looking to put her.
Joanna had a great performance on Friday. She missed out on the medals, but she started 2 minutes with a 2 minutes disadvantage, a 2 minutes handicap after the hill jumps, and just missed out on bronze by a few seconds. So she really proved herself. Now remember, it's all about gaining as much time as possible in this round, because every minute is worth 15 points when they then move on to the ski jumping later on tonight. So the fast sprinters, the more confident cross-country racers will be trying to get as much of an advantage over the others as possible as they begin their first uphill stretch. Maximum climbs 29 meters on this track. And we'll be seeing 2 laps of a 2.5-kilometer track. Downhill they come, very careful. A fall at this stage would be very costly indeed. And Kill drop back now to the back of the field as the 3 Japanese athletes try and break away. Now, we have 2 checkpoints around the track. Approaching the 1.4-kilometer checkpoint. So they do a 1.5 kilometers, and then it's only a few hundred meters to the next checkpoint, and then 400 into the stadium. But at the moment, it's the 2 Kasai sisters in first and second, with Sana Zagami in third. Three years between the 3 Japanese athletes. Azagami in third place there, 21 years old, being led by 2 18-year-old twins from Sapporo. Just saw Haruka Kasai looking over her shoulder, making sure she's keeping an eye on who's behind her. She doesn't want to be caught out. Joanna Kill, we're wearing bib number 4 with that leading bunch. Tessa Noni bringing up the rear, just behind Ayane Miyazaki, a bronze medalist in the individual Gunderson. Amongst some of the strongest all-rounders, these Nordic combined athletes. They need the stamina, the aerobic fitness for the cross-country. They also need a huge amount of strength and explosive power in their legs for the ski jumping. So there you can see the split, nothing significant at the moment at that first checkpoint. And already we're beginning to see a split in the field, with Miyazaki and Annone struggling at the back. And in a 5-kilometer, you can't let them get that far ahead so early. The Kasais also try and break away now. So Kill will want to stay in touch with them. She won't want to see them disappear off into the distance. Coming up to the second checkpoint very soon. And what you see there really is the story of the Nordic combined so far in these games. Japanese dominance. They are so strong and have such strength in depth within the team. Japan with 4 medals already in the individual Gundersen. Bronze, silver and gold in the women's, and then it was gold as well in the men's from Sakutara Kobayashi. So after that climb, chance to catch their breaths and carefully, but as fast as possible, make their way downhill back towards the stadium. So we're coming up to the halfway mark of this race already, the 2.5 kilometers, and that's when we'll be able to get a good look at the rest of the field at the checkpoint when we get their times up. We'll see just how far back they are, but it's not looking good for Joanna Kill, the oldest competitor in this competition, at 22 years of age. Strange to say that, isn't it? The oldest competitor at 22 from Poland. She's already dropped further back, has got almost 12 seconds of separation now from the leaders. Be interesting to see if these two are working together, or if at some point we'll see them break or try to break away from each other. Joanna Kill of Poland trying to get away from the other Japanese athlete there. But coming out of the stadium and heading uphill, it's our 2 leaders from Japan, Haruka and Yuna Kasai, and they are looking dominant now, and it's hard to see anyone catching them. The battle really is between those two for victory in this competition. But of course, it's all about trying to stick as close to those leading pairs as possible, because the points from this afternoon will be carried into tonight's ski jumping. And they are trying to push as hard as possible, because every minute they finish ahead of the others is 15 points extra on the board before they've even started the ski jumping competition. So the leaders came side by side down that hill. Be interesting to see if they've swapped positions when we next catch sight of them on our cameras. Oh, a bit of a stumble there from the Japanese athlete. She recovered well. Here they are. And it's still Haruka out in front. Yuna Kasai of the Tokai University in Sapporo in second place. Extraordinary career already. At the age of 14, she went to the Japanese National Championships and just missed out on bronze. And so what do? Well, you go back a year later, don't you, at the age of 15, and take silver. the woman who beat her to gold is right behind her at the moment in this race, Ayane Miyazaki. Ready to come to the first checkpoint of this second and final lap of the race. And look, behind them, the number 4, Joanna Kill of Poland, is really trying to fight back, really doing her best. She's dropped the Japanese athlete that had been shadowing her, and now she has the Kasais in her sights. Got a rhythm going here. And she'll be buoyed by the sight of the 2 Japanese contestants in front of her. But Joanna will obviously reach the top of this hill, the brow of the hill, and the Japanese will be away again. Psychology plays a big part in Nordic combined. It's not just how you overcome your fears on the hills, it's also how you just keep going, how you just keep pushing yourself when things get tough in the cross country. So here we go, we are at this first checkpoint of the second lap. The 3.9 kilometer mark, clock is ticking. And yeah, it looks like the leaders have just extended their separation from Kill. He was 11 seconds behind at the last checkpoint. So just under 2 kilometers to go now. Time to get into a tuck and catch their breaths. Kasai just coming through the shot. He's already won twice in the World Cup, 2 bronzes in the mass start and the individual. So they're young, but they have plenty of experience and have proved themselves many times already. And so Yuna Kasai has gone ahead of her sister Haruka. And this is the point where she starts to try and build her advantage, starts trying to gain seconds and minutes if possible from the other competitors. Vital time that she can carry through to the ski jumping. At the second checkpoint of this second lap, it is Yuna Kasai who is out in front, shadowed by her sister Haruka. And 16.7 seconds now, the difference between Joanna Kill and the leader. So I think we're going to see Kill come in third, but is there any catching of Yuna Kasai? It doesn't look like it. She's entering the stadium. It's just a few hundred meters now to the finish line. Her sister trying to close that gap. And barring disaster, this should be in the bag for Yuna Kasai. Yes, it is. She picks her lane. She's going down the middle. And the silver medalist in the individual, Gundersen, has put herself in a great position going into the ski jumping later on today, with victory in the cross country, followed closely by Haruka Kasai, her sister. They throw themselves down to catch their breaths as we watch Joanna Kill of Poland, the oldest competitor at 22 years, crossing the line in third, 17.5 seconds behind the winner of that race. Now, with every second and every minute counting for the ski jumping, we're going to try and look back and see where the other three competitors are. We're looking for Azagami, Anone of the USA, and Miyazaki, and it's the American that is coming through in fourth place. She'd fallen back earlier on in the race, but has put in a great comeback and sprints across the finish line. Tessa Anone takes fourth. Here comes Sana Azagami now. We haven't seen her in action in the cross-country last time. Ski jumping possibly her strength, but she's going to come in fifth place.
It looks like Sana Azagami, number 6, coming in right now.
And bringing up the rear, Yane Miyazaki, the 20-year-old from Nagano, comes in last in the cross-country and has everything to do now in the ski jumping. Great performance from the Japanese pair yet again, Yuna Kasai and Haruka.
And Tess had a really good second lap for sure. I mean,
a technical check.
Ends up 53 seconds back, and that's a noble effort for the young American.
So an exciting race that's seen Japan 1-2 and Joanna Kill of Poland finishing in third place, 17.5. But it's a long way back. Look, 53 seconds to Tessa Anone of the USA. And we'll do the calculations and work out what that means exactly for their ski jumping handicap. But obviously the Japanese will be going into the ski jumping tonight feeling very confident. But this is Haruka Kasai, the gold medalist in the Gunderson event, currently sitting in second. Looking very good, and a nice long jump as well. 89.5 distance. The judges like the style as well. And that has put her top of the pile with 113.6 points. So it is now up to Yuna Kasai, the twin sister of Haruka. Can she snatch the gold back, or is she going to have to settle for silver or bronze? Good, powerful launch off the hill, and it's a long jump. And confirmation of the distance, 91.5 meters, and the judges are loving her style. I can see the points coming in. There's an 18, a 17.5. I think that might be enough to win the gold. 122.2 points, and that does seal victory. So gold medal goes to Yuna Kasai in the women's normal hill mass start 5-kilometer cross-country event. It's in reverse. Yuna taking the gold this time. Confirmation. Yuna Kasai, the 18-year-old from Sapporo, takes the gold medal. Her sister takes silver. Career is already going.
Second place, representing Japan, Haruka Kasai.
Haruko Kasai of Japan, who won the gold in the Gundersen event, takes the silver this time around.
First place and champion, representing Japan, Yuna Kasai.
Yet another gold medal for Japan in the Nordic combined. So Japan always excelling in Nordic combined. In fact, going into the games, they've won 14 of the 43 gold medals handed out since the first games in 1960, more than any other country